Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and for today's video I'm here to do a contest entry to the awesome Death Central or Kevin, and I'm sure most of you are subscribed to him already, but if not I will leave a link in the description box below. I cannot recommend Kevin's channel enough. He has some absolutely fantastic and really creative content. He works his arse off in terms of editing and the way he creates his videos, so definitely head on over and subscribe to him. He's definitely one of my favorite YouTubers and he just has absolutely top-notch, second to none content, so check him out, link below if you haven't already. Anyway, Kevin is celebrating 1,000 subscribers, certainly well deserved. That is an absolutely fantastic milestone, so massive congratulations, and I'm sure you're going to get even more subscribers in the future. So definitely wanted to enter your contest, so hopefully you enjoy my entry, and there's quite a few questions, so I'm just going to get straight into it. Okay, so question one is a really awesome one, and that is, what pop culture character would you like to see turn into a killer and go absolutely nuts? I gave this a little bit of thought and I'm definitely going to go with Sonic the Hedgehog. I think he would make a pretty awesome killer because he could have his spikes as blades and he could just like either run around at really fast speeds, lightning fast speeds, or even spin, like turn into a little furball with the spikes sticking out, kind of like how the critters can roll into a ball and roll around, stuff like that. Yeah, I think seeing Sonic go absolutely nuts and on a killing spree would be pretty cool. And he should start by killing off whoever thought making a Sonic the Hedgehog live movie was a good idea, because that film looks like a pile of shit. And question two is, most graphic non-horror movie you've seen. This took a little bit of thought, and I must admit I kind of struggled a little bit to come up with something, but I am going to go with Turbo Kid, which is a post-apocalyptic sort of throwback style movie, and that has some good gore effects. It is pretty gory for a non-horror film, so yeah, we'll go with Turbo Kid. Question three is, rank your interests, and this is a question that I was a little bit confused with initially, so hopefully I answer this correctly. If not, I apologize, I'm sorry. So the interests were out of horror, comic, wrestling, anime, and one other interest. So obviously my number one interest is horror. I absolutely love the horror genre, as you guys know from this channel and you can tell. So yeah, horror is definitely number one. Comic books, I never really grew up in comics and I'm not really that interested in the superhero genre. I will say though, I do like Captain America and Iron Man and a couple of the Batman films, but that's about it. So I don't rank comic book superhero stuff that highly. Wrestling, I have absolutely zero interest in that, so that's way down the bottom. Anime, I used to be into it, not so much anymore, but there are some pretty awesome anime series like Death Note. I'm also a fan of some of the more horror themed ones, like Berserk's really good, Elfen Lied, Black Lagoon, which is like an action themed anime, that's pretty good as well. So, and Black Butler, I do like Black Butler too. So not as big into anime anymore, but I do still kind of like it. And then another interest I have is photography. I really enjoy photography. That is a pretty big interest of mine, other than movies obviously, so that's the other interest that I'll list. I'm also into sports as well, if you're interested in that. I love tennis and AFL, which is Australian football. I'm not too sure if you're familiar with that whatsoever, but if not, just look up Australian football or Aussie rules, and yeah, it's a really awesome game. It's a lot of fun to watch. So hopefully I've answered that question correctly. If not, I do apologise. But now we'll move on to some of the bonus questions. Okay, so the first bonus question is, what video would you like to see next on my channel, so Kevin's channel? I'm going to be a little bit greedy and have 3 answers out of the ones that you gave. I would absolutely love to see that slasher animated series. You are so creative, and yeah, I'm really interested in seeing what you do with that, so that is very high on the list. I'd also like to see that Friday the 13th ranking, and I would also like to see a thumbnail tutorial, because even though I try and get a little bit creative with my thumbnails, I definitely think that is one area that I could improve on. So seeing a thumbnail tutorial would be pretty awesome as well. Next bonus question is favourite video of mine, so favourite video of Kevin's. I don't really have one specific favourite video, but I absolutely love your kill count series. As far as I know, you're the only one within the horror community that does anything like this. I love how creative it is. You put so much time and effort into it, and it's just an absolutely phenomenal series. So not one specific video, but I absolutely love your kill counts. So please don't stop doing those. They are awesome. The next bonus question is, would you care about gaming? So would I be interested in seeing you upload some gaming videos? Yes and no. I do have a slight interest in gaming, nowhere near as much as I used to, because time doesn't really allow it for me anymore, unfortunately. And there hasn't really been that many games recently that I've been interested in. I think this generation of gaming's been pretty lackluster, apart from a couple of titles here and there. So I don't have a great interest in gaming, but then I'm not against it either. So yeah, I'm kind of middle of the road with that one. And the last bonus question is, do you believe in anything supernatural? And I really like this question a lot. So whether I believe in mythical creatures, aliens or ghosts, I most certainly believe in aliens. I've never had an alien experience, but I definitely believe that there is something else out there. There's some other life forms out there. We're not the only ones. Whether we'll ever get to interact and meet aliens, I have no idea, but I definitely believe in them and believe they're out there. And I also believe in ghosts, and I've actually had a few specific experiences with ghosts. So we're going to have a little bit of a story time. So my first experience with a ghost, I can't remember exactly how old I was, but it was back when I was pretty young, when I was at primary school. I was in the hallway at my locker, all alone, and I felt something pass behind me. I turned around and I saw a female ghostly figure in a long white dress, a really old looking old white dress, go past. That's it. The ghost didn't stop, it didn't do anything, it just simply passed me by. So yeah, I have seen a ghost, and that is a true story, I'm not making that up. And I've had a couple of other experiences as well. I've been at work one time, and me and a workmate were down a specific area of my job. There was no one else around. The only other person was all the way down in another area, far away, and we heard a voice saying, "This is mine." We turned around, we didn't see anything, but we clearly heard that voice. It was a female voice, and yeah, that's another experience I've had. I've also been, this happened probably about 15 years ago, so it has been quite a while, but I was at a relative's house and we were in the living room. No one was in the kitchen area, and the power was switched off and the electric kettle turned on. There was no one else in the kitchen, everyone was in the living room. The power on the wall was actually turned off for the kettle, but the kettle still turned on and started boiling. And the relative explained that she's had quite a few of those things happen where appliances have turned on when she's been in the living room and there's been no one in the kitchen. So that's another experience I've had. I've also had a couple where I am right now, nothing too serious, but when I've had my computer turned off and I've been sitting on the couch watching TV or something, the computer has turned on. That's it. I've never experienced anything malicious within this house or anything malevolent or malicious when it comes to ghostly experiences. All my experiences have been positive ones, thank God, because I would fucking shit my pants if there was like a ghost doing horrific things around. But yeah, I'm not lying. I've had all these experiences happen to me before, so I definitely wanted to share that with you. Okay, so there you go, Kevin. That was my entry to your 1000 subscriber contest. Once again, a massive congratulations. I love your channel. You're one of the most creative people here on the horror community, so keep up the great videos. I know you put a lot of time and effort and work really hard to produce your content, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that really appreciates it. So thank you, Kevin, for being part of this horror community. You're an awesome dude, and I hope you've enjoyed my entry. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.